Do you recall Chelsea Clinton's cute little boy? Wait until you see him before you go. Friends and family have been speculating about that ever since new images of Aiden Clinton appeared online. Born in June 2016, Chelsea and Marc Mezvinsky's youngest child has always delighted with his dazzling eyes and cunning smile. At 7 years old, however, he has developed into a charming child whose presence draws attention to the same extent that his mother did when he was her age, wearing bulky coats and tiny boots. Aiden was photographed by paparazzi in Central Park as a toddler, toddling behind his well-known parents. The child's golden hair peeked out from behind a knit cap as he waved clumsily in front of the cameras. Chelsea's family images on Instagram won over fans. The picture shows Aiden holding a snowball in one hand and his cheeks flushed as he and his older sister Charlotte race each other on scooters. Their joy is clear throughout. He still had a charming smile and inquisitive eyes that left you wondering what he was thinking. He had a natural charm. By this summer, Aiden is a completely different person. He is almost as tall as Chelsea's. Hip in these recent photos from the family's trip to Martha's Vineyard, he used to have flowing waves of hair that brushed his collar, but now his hair is a wispy toddler mop. His athleticism and trim physique are evident from the numerous days he spends playing pickup soccer with the local youngsters and riding his bike around the island. One image shows him mid-kick in a grassy meadow with tanned, powerful legs in navy swim trunks and water droplets floating around him like confetti. In another, he is learning to balance while sitting on a paddleboard at daybreak, his determined face reflected in the calm sea. His mature features stand out the most. Even though his mother joked that his lengthy lashes would make him stick out in middle school, those vivid blue eyes are still there. His button nose and big lips have gotten more pointed in profile, suggesting that he will make a handsome teenager. Fans reacted with heart emojis and remarks like he's going to be a heartbreaker, and what a gorgeous kid. To Chelsea's message, "My boy is growing up before my eyes," on one of her photos. But appearances aren't everything. Every photo captures Aiden's personality. Chelsea and Marc have raised him and his sisters, Charlotte, age 9, and Theodore, age 4, in a household that encourages curiosity, kindness, and civic involvement. In family recordings, Aiden can be seen reading picture books, aloud in a sing-song way, and gently assisting his sister with an issue. Wearing a bright orange volunteer vest, he joyfully collected plastic bottles and assisted his buddies during a local beach cleanup program, according to his parents. He has an insatiable curiosity about animals and frequently asks questions concerning seabirds in the sky and crabs in the sand. In one adorable video, he whispers, "Don't be scared, little buddy," as he gently places a hermit crab back in its shell after cradling it between his fingers. Chelsea exhibits a hands-on parenting style in her social media posts. She has remembered late-night science experiments like building volcanoes out of vinegar and baking soda, as well as backyard camping excursions where Aiden and his brothers burned marshmallows and told ghost stories. The Clinton-Mezvinsky family places a strong importance on education. Aiden reads every morning, and Chelsea frequently takes pictures of his schooling, such as a hand-drawn map of Martha's Vineyard or a spelling test in which he received a perfect score. Marc, who was a Wall Street banker before turning to charity investing, instills in Aiden a feeling of responsibility early on and pushes him to explore the world outside his own neighborhood. Of course, being the child of a renowned person has its challenges. Chelsea has been open about restricting social media posts, avoiding large public events, and safeguarding her kids' privacy. She is pleased with Aiden's. In the spotlight, though, he graciously shook hands with attendees at a charity dinner last spring and responded candidly to questions about his favorite academic topics. He stated, "I like science because it's like magic. You can prove," as his elegance enthralled the audience. Aiden's mother's tendency to keep things simple and elegant has inspired his sense of style. He frequently wears traditional clothing in the vineyard pictures, such as white polo shirts, navy shorts, and immaculately shined boat shoes. On cold nights, he wears chinos with his lightweight cable-knit sweater, and his hair is just loose, enough to look carefree. Because he wears clothes that match in color and is fixated on details like matching belts and rolled cuffs. Chelsea claims that he is already more fashion-forward than she was when he was his age. However, his ease in any situation, whether he's dressed up for dinner or barefoot on the beach, accentuates his laid-back disposition. Chelsea said, "Look at him now," and included a current family photo. It's hard not to be amazed at how quickly this once tiny baby has developed into a smart, attractive young boy. Evidence that time flies, and that the most beautiful changes are those resulting from love, laughter, and the delight of learning.